Let's talk about Adobe because something really strange is happening. Here you have this absolute giant of a company just crushing it with their numbers, but their stock is getting hammered. So what in the world is going on here? We're going to break it all down.
So here's the big question, right? How can a company be pulling in record revenue, literally record-breaking money, while its stock is down nearly 30%? It doesn't add up. This is the paradox that has everyone on Wall Street scratching their heads, and we're going to dig right into it.
First things first, let's look at the numbers, the stuff that should be making investors happy, because this is what makes the whole situation so darn confusing. I mean, just look at this. Adobe's first quarter results were a total home run. They brought in $6.4 billion in revenue. That's a beat. Their earnings per share? Another beat. And get this? A record $2.96 billion in operating cash flow. These are fantastic numbers. By any normal standard, the stock should be soaring. But it's not. Despite all that great news, the stock is down nearly 30% so far this year. So what gives? If the performance was so good, what on earth scared the market so badly?
Well, the answer isn't in those big, flashy headline numbers. Nope. It's hidden in the fine print. It's all about a single metric that suggested a tiny crack in Adobe's fortress, and it all boils down to one two-letter word: AI.
Okay, to really get what's happening, you need to know about something called ARR, or Annual Recurring Revenue. For a company like Adobe, which is all about subscriptions, this is everything. It's the lifeblood. It tells investors how much money they can reliably expect to come in month after month. Now, look at these numbers. We're talking about a slowdown from 11.5% growth to 10.9%. I mean, that's barely anything, right? It's a tiny, tiny dip. But, and this is the crucial part, for Wall Street in this super nervous AI-obsessed market, that tiny little crack looked like a giant canyon opening up. It was the first signal that maybe, just maybe, the competition was starting to catch up. And that little slowdown in ARR, it was like pouring gasoline on a fire of fear. The fear that smaller, faster, AI-first companies are coming for Adobe's crown. You've got these new AI-native startups popping up. You've got competitors like Canva making designs super easy and cheap for millions of people. And then you've got these mind-blowing new video tools like Sora from OpenAI. All of a sudden, Wall Street started pricing in the risk that Adobe's dominance might not be guaranteed forever. But here's the thing. Adobe is not just sitting back and watching this happen. Oh no, they came out swinging with a huge, bold counterattack, and they decided to partner up with the undisputed king of AI to do it, NVIDIA. So at NVIDIA's big conference, Adobe laid out their master plan. It's a three-part strategy, and believe me, this is way more than just adding a few new AI buttons in Photoshop. This is about completely rebuilding their foundation to prove they're still the ones in charge. Let's get into it. Okay, so pillar number one is what they're calling agentic workflows. And this is pretty cool. Think about it. Right now, you might tell an AI, hey, make me an image of a cat. Simple enough. But with this new system, you could say something like, I need a birthday card for my friend Sarah. She's obsessed with cats. Her favorite color is purple. Oh, and write a funny message inside. And boom, the AI doesn't just make an image, it designs the whole card, writes the text, gets it all ready to go, all from one single conversational command. It's a huge leap from just a tool to a real creative partner. Pillar two, honestly, sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. They're talking about creating perfect, photorealistic digital twins of real-world products. So instead of a company spending a fortune on a photo shoot for a new pair of sneakers, they can just create a perfect 3D model. Then they can create thousands of different ads in any location they can imagine without ever touching a real camera. This could completely change the game for marketing. And finally, pillar three. This is the really foundational stuff. They're rebuilding their AI from the ground up to run on NVIDIA's super powerful chips. What does that mean for you? It means everything gets faster. Editing video in Premiere Pro? Way faster. And for Adobe, it means it gets a lot cheaper to run all this AI stuff at a massive scale. It's about making their whole system ready for the future. Okay, so you put it all together, and it leads us to the big billion-dollar question that every investor is asking right now. Is this huge, expensive bet on AI actually going to pay off? This is where you get the two big arguments. The bulls, the optimists, they say Adobe is about to transform itself. They're going to go from selling you tools to make stuff to selling you the finished stuff itself, automated output. If they nail that, the stock could easily climb back up. But the bears, the skeptics, they're saying not so fast. This kind of change costs a ton of money and takes a long time. They worry the new AI money won't come in fast enough to replace any of the old business they might lose along the way. So when you boil it all down, it really comes to this. Is Adobe building a brand new, powerful empire on the back of AI? Or is this just the most expensive, most complicated defense strategy we've ever seen? Are they building the future, or just trying to keep the walls from crumbling down? That is the question on everyone's mind.